Hey, what's up guys, Quinn here, and today we're going to be taking a look at another Transformers figure. This is Blokees Transformers Classic Class 13 Elita-1 from Transformers 1. Yeah, it's been a while, but I'm back now. So we're going to take a look at Blokees Elita-1 from Transformers 1 to start. I have two more figures to take a look at in the near future, so stay tuned. She is an interesting figure, to say the least. First of all, she looks the part since she doesn't need to transform. She is pretty accurate to her look in the movie. The silver and the gunmetal color sprayed throughout gives her a bit of color separation, which in turns made her design pretty unique and really charming. The build process was pretty fun too, as expected from Blokees, same as their other products. It is completely toolless, and I was able to completely assemble it in about 40 minutes. Despite that though, she is still imperfect. For example, her crotch piece is weirdly sculpted, so the ball joints are sculpted at an angle, making her legs move a certain way instead of fully straight. And this can make some poses look weird. She also likes to disintegrate. When handling her, there's a chance of her shoulders or her side skirts to pop off. Again, not a big deal, but it is kind of annoying when you're trying to play with her. She also has a light up feature, but it doesn't work on mine anymore for some reason. When I was building her, the light up feature still worked if I touched it, but after I finished assembling her, it didn't work anymore. It would turn on sometime later after I finished recording, but then it wouldn't. But oh well, I didn't really care about the light up feature to begin with. Accessories wise, it is pretty minimal. You get a pair of fists, a pair of open hands, and a gun. She also comes with a pair of base and two effect parts, just like the Blokees 2007 Optimus Prime. Overall, it is a solid kit. The accessories, while minimal, are more than enough for a character such as Elita-1. Articulation, however, is probably the weakest part of this kit.
And for those of you who are asking why the background changed, because I just moved into a new house, so it's a different background. I haven't set up the table yet, so it's okay. So we're just gonna start with the posability section. So Elita-1's posability is limited, I should say, but she's not that bad. So for starters, she has a ball joint on the head, so she has a really nice range, but it's a pretty stiff on my copy. But it's not that bad. It's still pretty good. You can look up about that far. You can look down about that far, so not a lot of movement. She can also tilt her head, also rotate 360 degrees nice and freely. I need to set up the camera real quick. Yeah, so head is doesn't have a lot of range possibility, but it can move. Shoulders are on ball joints and a hinge joint, so that's one of the critiques that I said. It's very fragile in ways that sometimes it things like to pop out, like the shoulders I just mentioned. It's just really weird. Sometimes I'm struggling and stuff like that. So yeah, something like that. Like I said, the shoulders are on ball joint and a hinge joint, so for the ball joint it'll only move around that far, but you can also hinge it out, make it around that far, so which is pretty nice. You also have above, you have the bicep swivel, and over here single jointed bend at the elbow and a ball joint on the wrist. So the wrist itself, again, like I said, on a ball joint, so you plug it in. You have a swivel over here. You can also tilt it inwards like so. No up and down, unfortunately. You do have a waist, but it's very limited in terms of the movements. So she can only move about that far. So either side. Even if you move the side skirt up. Speaking of side skirts, yeah, another one that likes to disintegrate. The shoulders and side skirts are not very solid on mine. You can just glue it, but again, that would kind of defeat the purpose of toolless kit or no glue needed toolkit. So I'll just leave it on there. It's not that big of a deal for me. So there we go. That's it. So yeah, the waist is pretty limited. Not that much range for a character that is very acrobatic in the movie. You can move up about that far. She can move back about that far. Also, same thing with the rotating. She can also move in and out. Also have a thigh swivel, like I said before. Bicep thigh swivel. Single jointed bend that goes a hair over 90 degrees. You can't see it, but it is a bit over 90 degrees, just a little bit, maybe 91 degrees or something. And the feet has a cutout over here on the top over here, and also on the heels there's a cutout, so she can move up about that far. She can move down a lot, and also ankle tilt is nice. So she has a lot of restrictions and limitations to her posability that it kind of makes me not want to pose her, but she's fine. She's well. I have my friends have told me that the plastic is much better than compared to my Blokees Optimus Prime. What the fuck? So yeah, she has a lot of limitations in terms of like posability, but she's not that bad. She scales well with my other Transformers figures, so she's fine, but it's a fun Blokees figure. I need an Elita-1 either way for my photography project, so it's fine, but she's not the best, but also not the worst.
For size comparison, here she is alongside my SH Figuarts Marvel Spider-Man, my previous review, the JK13 Mega, Byway Star Leader, Studio Series 86 RC, and Studio Series Gamer Edition 03 Optimus Prime. So, should you get her? Well, yeah, Blokees just kept winning me over and over and over again. For just $10, you get a solid figure that scales well with other Studio Series figures. If you don't mind that it doesn't transform, then this is the perfect Elita-1 figure. That's gonna be my review of Blokees Classic S13 Elita-1. I hope you enjoyed and find this review useful, and I'll see you guys next time.